From fire to earthquakes, from souls to shadows, some devil fruits in One Piece don't just get eaten once, they get reborn, passed down, stolen, or recreated. These fruits carry not just power, but legacy, proving that in this world, abilities outlive the people who wield them. So today, we're diving into 10 devil fruits that found new masters, and how each user reshaped their destiny with the same power. So to kick things off, let's turn up the heat with the Mera Mera no Mi, Portgas D Ace, the man with flames that burned brighter than his life itself. The Mera Mera no Mi gave him power over fire itself, letting him turn his body into flames, control infernos, and unleash his iconic Heiken, a flaming fist strong enough to vaporize ships. He embodied fire, free, wild, unstoppable. But after Marineford, that flame didn't die. It passed on to his brother, Sabo, who inherited not just Ace's will, but his power. When Sabo ate the same fruit, he turned that fire into revolution. His Dragon Claw fist combined martial arts and firepower, punching out Burgess in one blow. Same flame, different purpose. Ace burned for freedom. Sabo burns for change. And if you thought fire was hot, wait till you feel the power that can shake the entire world. Whitebeard, the man who could destroy the world, and the wielder of the Gura Gura no Mi, the Tremor fruit. His fists cracked air like glass, sending tsunamis across oceans. Just one quake from him was enough to sink Marineford. But after his death, that quake didn't stop. It moved on, stolen by Blackbeard, through methods no one fully understands. When Blackbeard took the Gura Gura no Mi, he turned a power of protection into one of destruction. Whitebeard shook the world to protect his sons. Blackbeard shakes it to rule it. Same power, two different earthquakes of ambition. But while some inherit strength through battle, others inherit it through twisted fate. Charlotte Linlin, better known as Big Mom, wasn't born with the Soru Soru no Mi. She took it. The fruit originally belonged to Mother Carmel, the woman who raised children to be sold to the government, using her power to manipulate souls. After Mother Carmel mysteriously vanished, Linlin unknowingly consumed her fruit, gaining the power of souls. She turned that gift into horror, ripping lifespan from anyone who feared her, creating homies like Prometheus, Zeus, and Napoleon. The same fruit of miracles in Carmel's hands became the weapon of a god in Linlin's. And if souls could be traded, what about faces? Bon Clay, the swan of freedom, ate the Main no Mi, a fruit that allows its user to perfectly copy any face they touch. Originally, this power belonged to Kurozumi Higurashi, who used it to manipulate the throne of Wano by impersonating Odin's father. She used deception to destroy a country. Bon Clay, on the other hand, used that same trick to save lives, sacrificing himself at Impel Down. One used the fruit for manipulation, the other for loyalty. The fruit didn't change, but its user defined its heart. But masks aren't the only kind of defense. Sometimes power is pure protection. Bartolomeo's Bari Bari no Mi, the barrier fruit, creates unbreakable walls of energy. He uses it like a fanboy gone wild, blocking attacks with style, kicking people across the map, and screaming about Luffy while doing it. But before him, this same fruit belonged to Semimaru, one of Odin's retainers, who used it to guard Orochi. The same wall that once protected evil now protects the future Pirate King. Oda really said, recycling powers, but make it poetic. And speaking of metal and madness, let's talk about a fruit that bends reality like scrap. Eustace Kid's Jiki no Mi, the magnet fruit, lets him control all metallic objects. He can create railguns, giant mechanical arms, and entire mechs out of junk. But what most don't know, the same power once belonged to Captain John of the Rock's pirates, a man known for his greed and his hidden treasure. Kid uses magnetism to crush the strong. John used it to collect what he loved most, gold. Two pirates, same magnetic pull, different treasures. Now let's light things up, literally, with the Bomu no Mi. It was seen in the hands of Ganzui, a former member of the legendary Rocks Pirates. Yeah, the same crew that shook the world at God Valley. Back then, Ganzui wasn't just throwing explosions around for fun. His power looked raw, refined, and way more dangerous. The man didn't need fancy moves. Just one motion, one spark, and the air itself trembled. And years later, that same fruit found its way into the hands of Mr. 5, the man who turned destruction into comedy. His explosions were loud, wild, and unpredictable, a walking fireworks show in a suit. Same fruit, same explosive sneezes, but two completely different detonations. The Bomu no Mi, proof that even explosions have a legacy. And speaking of stolen powers, let's step into the shadows. Absalom, the invisible pervert of Thriller Bark, had the Suke no Mi, the clear fruit, giving him perfect invisibility. He used it for, well, the wrong reasons. But then Shiryu of the Rain stole that very fruit after Absalom's death. With his assassin's precision and killer instinct, Shiryu turned invisibility from perversion to pure terror. Now, instead of sneaking into showers, he sneaks behind admirals. The same power, reborn reborn in blood. And if shadows can be stolen, so can legacies. Joy Boy, the original bringer of laughter, once wielded the Hito no Mi, model Nika, the power of freedom itself. That fruit vanished from history, only to return centuries later, disguised as the Gomu no Mi, and find its next host, Monkey D. Luffy. Joy Boy used it to liberate the ancient world. Luffy uses it to bring joy to a new one. Both turned imagination into reality. The same fruit that symbolized hope once again made the world smile. But if you thought gods stopped at laughter, how about dragons that come in pairs? Kaido, with his Uo no Mi, model Seiryu, ruled the skies of Wano as a thunderstorm given flesh. His roars caused tremors, his flames melted castles. But far away, Vegapunk recreated that same fruit in a lab, calling it a failure. That failure was eaten by Momonosuke, the pink dragon. Though artificial, it worked. Momo couldn't match Kaido's power, but his courage made him just as mighty. Where Kaido brought terror from the sky, Momo brought salvation. Same power, different dragon, different dawn. From fire that passed through brothers to dragons that flew across generations, from souls to faces, barriers to shadows, every devil fruit tells two stories. One of destruction, one of rebirth. These powers don't die. They live on, searching for new hands, new hearts, new dreams. Because in One Piece, it's never just about who ate the fruit. It's about who carries its will. Did you know how many times Zoro has gotten lost? Watch this video and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.